Stringer Bell has taken the college football world by storm as he's carried LSU to an 11-1 regular season and is the Heisman frontrunner as a linebacker going into conference championship week. Stringer is on pace to catch over 30 interceptions and lead the nation in tackling this year, but to him, it'll all be for nothing if he can't take his team to a national championship. It's not going to be an easy task as he'll have to take down Georgia in the SEC championship and lead his team through the 12-team college football playoff. Let's go ahead and get into it and see if Stringer can lock down the Heisman and take LSU all the way to a title. So here we go, SEC championship rematch against Georgia. Stringer's starting this out with a punishing hit. We were just barely able to squeak out a win against these guys earlier in the year, and they're going play action here, hitting the wide receiver for a touchdown. Thankfully, offense is able to reclaim the lead, but this is looking to be a real tough game, man. Gotta make sure these boys don't get anything going before half, and we're gonna get a face mask here. Georgia will have great field position. Georgia's been running the ball really heavy, going with a draw play here as time ticks down. Big time third down here. We need a Stringer Bell pick, but Georgia going with a stupid run call. Come here. We're able to hold Georgia to a field goal before halftime, which is big. We need to come up with something soon. Stringer just barely missing a chance at a pick on that play action pass. This play calling has had Stringer on his heels. Georgia's been mixing it up with the run game, pass game, and the quarterback run. Georgia's sticking with the run game here, going fullback dive and picking up a big chunk. This team is clearly just a little bit more talented than us. The only way we win this game is if Stringer makes a big play. This is a big 3rd and goal here. Georgia's just gonna go with the slants, but they have the dude wide open in the flat. Need offense to cook here, and they cannot get it. We are gonna have some nice field position here though, and the running back almost gets tackled for a safety. This is our chance. Gotta make it happen here. As Stringer tries to shoot the gap, but Georgia just keeps on picking up yards. All right, so 3rd and 8. What do we got? Georgia is going with the verts play, and they're just chucking it deep. We got 2 guys there, but off the deflection, McConkey catches it. Are you kidding me, bro? Things are starting to look real dire. Something's got to happen soon. And Stringer neglecting the flat route there, trying to play for some kind of pick. Assume Georgia's just going to run it down our throat on 3rd and 1. No, they go with the play action and just dump it off. It is too easy for these guys right now. The Bulldogs actually going to go 5 wide on 1st and goal, but it's a QB draw, and we are going to go down by 2 scores. Offense has got to get it done here, but they get nothing. Stringer with a rare 0-pick game at the worst time possible, trying to force a fumble or something. And this is a critical 3rd down. Need a stop, but we cannot stop this Georgia run. We've been completely out-muscled. Stringer's been getting blocked constantly, and on 3rd and 10 we finally get a stop, but it's not going to matter at this point. Georgia takes us down in the SEC championship game. It was a very lackluster performance from Stringer. We'll see if we can stay in the top 12 and make the playoffs. And I was a little bit worried, but this time Stringer winning the Heisman in a landslide. No matter what happens, that is a huge accomplishment for a middle linebacker. We will, of course, as always, win every other defensive award, and we hang around in the top 12, coming in at number 9. In the first round of the playoffs, we will be taking on Miami. Time has come for Stringer's first ever playoff game. You're taking on the Miami Hurricanes, and they're going with a screen here. Stringer needs to make a bigger impact than he did in the SEC championship game, but our pass rush is making a big impact here, forcing the fumble on Van Dyke, and we are gonna pick it up for a huge turnover. A 14-0 lead to start this thing out. And on 3rd down here, Miami going with a long throw. Looked like we could have picked it off, but Stringer will get the tackle to stop him short. And shockingly, we have dominated this playoff game so far. You may be asking yourself why we're not hosting since we're ranked 8th and Miami is ranked 9. I think NCAA just lists the AP poll instead of the playoff poll for some reason. Canes are finally starting to put a drive together, but for some reason Van Dyke just trying to take off on 3rd down. That'll go nowhere. We have absolutely locked these kids up, swatting balls at the line of scrimmage, and a 4-touchdown lead in the playoffs is absolutely wild. This Miami O-line just getting embarrassed. The one thing this game is missing is a Stringer Bell pick, and this might be it. Miami going with crossers on the play action, and Stringer is on that. Let's take this back to the house, bro. All we got to do is beat the quarterback. You know we can do that, and there is nothing but green grass in front of Stringer Bell. The Heisman winner takes it to the crib to close it out. Stringer just needs one more interception to get to 30 on the season. I'm hoping he can hit it before this game is over. Coach is going to take us out though. That'll do it. The LSU Tigers are headed to the 2nd round of the college football playoffs, and they were just so clearly the better team today. So next up, we got the number 1 seed Kansas State Wildcats, and we get dotted up on the first play. I baited that up just a tad too much, man. The Wildcats did not come to play around with us today. We're seeing a little 5-wide action here. Quarterback is taking off, and Stringer is on that, coming down with the sack. We are dialing in again, trying to keep K-State out of field goal range. But on the following down, they're handing it off, and Stringer getting sat down. That'll be a first. There have been a couple of unsavory moments in this game so far, as this time K-State is gonna chuck it up deep. I thought they were gonna try Stringer on the corner route, but we swatted away, and we are gonna be able to hold the Cats to a field goal. That is gonna be wide right. That thing was only 42 yards, and offense goes right down to get a touchdown. Just like that, we are in pretty good shape, and our pass rush has been excellent so far. I'm tired of playing around with these guys. We need a turnover soon, but this is a beautifully blocked play from Kansas State. That'll be a massive gain, and they are still in this game. Thankfully, we've got the chance for a goal line stop here. Third down. And they're just gonna dump it off over the middle. We stop them short. K-State is able to get the field goal this time, but offense answering back with a 3 of their own. And K-State is just chucking it up to no man's land. Our boy Brooks is gonna get the pick, and this one is going to the crib. Let's go. Stringer's teammates stepping up during a quiet first half for him. As this quarterback continues to run for his life, we continue to hawk him down. Gotta make sure nothing goofy happens before halftime. We are kind of getting dotted to the sidelines. I'm gonna need a Stringer Bell pick real soon, but we can't get one when dude just takes off every 2 seconds, and we miss the sack. Very sad. You hate to see it. Thankfully, a whole lot of time went off the clock there, but this time dude has all day in the pocket and delivers a strike on the corner route. K-State is gonna get back on the board before half. K-State has definitely proved that they belong in this game. Stringer hasn't even gotten a shot at a pick. Little read option there, and Stringer gets the big hit. Would have loved a forced fumble there. This is our best chance to extend the lead. K-State backed up, still going with the run and nearly picking up the first down. It'll be a huge 3rd and inches, and they are just gonna run it down our throats. The blocking from K-State has been insane today. Feels like the Wildcats have got to start passing the ball more soon, and there's another huge hit from Stringer. He's doing everything he can to try to force a fumble, and they're gonna go 5 wide here. Quarterback trying to take off, but we have him in the backfield. Here we go, 3rd and 13. Coach is sending Stringer on the blitz, and he is able to get in there for an absolutely huge sack. Stringer doesn't pass rush too much, so he catches K-State off guard, and offense was able to get a touchdown. Now it's just gonna be a matter of keeping everything in front of us. They're gonna try our dude Com versus D. It kind of looked like he was torched, but he was able to swat it away. Stringer may not have his picks today, but he's just been playing smart football. He's just got to keep doing that here, and he's finally getting tried. Had a shot at a pick 6, but brick hands it. All good. Barring anything crazy, we should be able to get out of here with a dub. And there it is. Stringer finally gets tried on that in route. That felt good after a quiet game, and Stringer hits a juke move trying to get out of there, and somehow he does. Just like that, he has a ton of open space ahead of him, and Stringer Bell is going to close out the college football playoff quarterfinals, taking this to the crib, and that'll be his 30th interception on the season. Number 7 closes it out in style. We are headed to the semifinal game. 2 sacks and a pick on the day for our boy. We are 1 game away from the Natty. Just got to take down 12-1 UCLA today, and that was almost a pick for Stringer out the gate. Absolutely was not expecting that dude to throw that. Otherwise, we certainly would have been on it. We've already got a big time 3rd and 3. I was trying to bait up that out route, but UCLA just dumps it off, able to pick it up. After a mostly quiet game last week, I feel like Stringer is due for a multi-turnover performance, sitting down the quarterback there. It has been a pretty frustrating drive so far, and this is a play action down the sideline. How does our corner get turned around like that? The best defense in the country is getting sliced up right now, but we are able to get these kids to 3rd and goal. Need a stop, and that's just going to be a QB draw. We are on it. We'll see what UCLA decides to do here. They are just going to take the field goal. Very, very weak call, and our offense pounces, going down to take a 2-score lead. This is what we like to see. Our offense has really risen to the occasion in the playoffs. The quarterback taking off here. We try to go for the big hit, and we have the fumble, but nobody there to pick it up. I'm excited to check in on Stringer's forced fumble numbers on the season, as that was almost another big time pick 6 from Brooks, and sadly offense turns it over right before halftime. We got to be careful here. Stringer is coming on the blitz, but not able to get in there. That'll be a huge pickup. I think maybe that blitz from last game was a one-hit wonder. Quarterback taking off again here, wisely sliding down. Come up with a little goal line magic again, as they're just going with this same QB draw this time. Dude gets in. All right, so UCLA is right back in this thing. That's a little speed option. We're on it though. Stringer playing the run really well, but another team that has just stayed away from him in the past game. This quarterback has played pretty smart. I have a feeling this guy is going to make a mistake eventually. We just got to be patient and keep dealing with this QB scramble. Right now our defense is looking a little bit worn down. UCLA just keeps on picking up third downs, and they're just trying to screen here. Stringer recognizes it, but not quite able to get in there. We're lucky we got a tackle on that, honestly. And our offense has gone silent in the second half. UCLA just running it down our throats, and this is going to be a big one. They hit the counter and break a tackle for the big game. We are not going to be able to keep these kids out of the end zone forever, and this might be the mistake we were waiting on. They go halfback screen, but Dorian just chucks it out of bounds. I could have totally flipped the game around, but UCLA's quarterback continuing to play smart. He is really not taking any chances chances with Stringer, continuing to just take these little dump offs. And the Bruins gonna try for a long field goal. This one is going to get in there. All right, man, we got an absolute nail biter on our hands heading into the fourth. It really feels like we need a turnover to win, but we are just continually getting dotted, man. Now these kids are right on the edge of field goal range. Trying to go with a jet sweep here, but Stringer is on it, sitting down Bobo in the backfield. Yes, sir. This is where we need dude to slip up. 3rd and 14, and they're just gonna go with a route over the middle. Stringer got caught peeking down low, and UCLA appears to have us very well scouted. It's pretty rare you see Stringer getting taken advantage of in pass coverage, and you can tell he is mad with that hit. But UCLA might just be able to run the clock down and win the game. They continue to play it safe, and our run defense has worn down for real. Things are starting to look dire. Somebody's got to step up, and Stringer almost gets his pick. That's the closest we've come since that first play, and it is right back to the run for UCLA. This is it, man. 3rd and 7. We'll see if they decide to go with a pass here. Nope, it is just going to be a run to the right side. Dude has plenty of space, but we string that out. UCLA with a chance at a game-winning field goal, and it is going to be up to our offense to win this thing. All we need is for Jaden Daniels to get us into field goal range, and we like those dump-offs. Got to get to the line here, though. All right, I honestly feel like we got a pretty good chance with our offense. I like what Jaden Daniels is cooking up right now. Gonna have to take a downfield shot here soon. But Daniels takes off getting sacked, and that'll run a ton of time off the clock. Not sure why we aren't taking the timeout. For some reason, we're just letting this run down. And the stupid AI might have just cost us a game. Jaden Daniels, what are you doing, bro? We turn it over, and just like that, it looks like our season is dead. Our only chance is to force a fumble here. And Stringer has a look in the hole, but can't get it done. UCLA is just going to take a knee, and that'll do it. I can't believe it, man. Offense botches the last possession, and we go down to the Bruins. Stringer just couldn't come up with that critical turnover. Now Stringer has a big-time decision to make, man. It is NFL or stay and try to win the national championship, and we'll have to see what Avon decides to after a breakout year receiving. We'll see if this battle continues in college or the NFL.